Matt Barrier here. Welcome, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in to this Mr. Nobody series. I know we don't have our video planned until next week. It's been a couple of weeks, like I said, until we start that second series. But this video is really unexpected. I was challenged late yesterday by a colleague that they would get to the office before me. And so here it is, bright and early Friday morning. And I'm the first one here, the only one here. So kind of in the challenging spirit, getting here early, got a ton of work done already, and I think it's only 7 o'clock. So I want to put a challenge out there to everyone. This is an exercise that I do, and I found that it just helps keep you in that lane of positivity. So, really any kind of situation where you might respond in what I would call with a negative emotion, whatever that might be. Try to just trick your brain into, even though, it's totally opposite way of thinking for a lot of us, but just be positive and respond positively to that situation. And something that I do in the car, when something happens with another driver that you don't totally agree with. Just the other day, I was trying to get over and the car wouldn't let me over. And about a mile down the road, that same driver needed to get in front of me to get over. And traditionally, a lot of people would be upset and an eye for an eye kind of mentality. So I did what I would say the right thing and the positive thing, and I let that car over. Even though they didn't let me over, I'm not going to let that affect my principles, and we've talked about that in other videos. So it's a great exercise. I challenge you all to do that for just the next 7 days and see how that small change makes a huge impact on your life. So that's just something I want to throw out there. I didn't plan on doing this video, but that kind of that challenge from yesterday from a colleague here kind of just put me in the spirit of wanting to give some motivation going into the weekend, into next week. And just kind of piggybacking on top of that, I personally have been going through a lot of things over the last few weeks, just as I'm sure a lot of you have. I've had another death in my family. I've been doing a ton of reading, a ton of research, preparing for this new series. You're talking 3 to 5 hours a day that I'm reading, that I'm studying. So, I've thought about just quitting, giving up. What is the point? A lot of us have these thoughts, but let that fuel you. And that's, I've pushed through that, and I've just kept grinding. And the point of all this is when, things get hard, when you think there's really no point to what you're doing, and you don't see the end to the means, you don't see the end result necessarily from what you're doing. When you just want to quit, oftentimes that's a sign that you're on the right path, that you're doing something great. It's going to be hard, but you're going to get through it. So, when things get tough and you just want to give up, that's a huge sign that you're doing the right thing. So I just want to throw that out there. Shout out to Clay for winning the club championship. There's a lot of you out there that are getting up early, that are grinding, that are hustling, that are going above and beyond, doing the extra, the little things, working on the weekends, working late. So the time you're investing is going to pay off. And I look forward to next week. And I just wanted to throw that motivation and that exercise that I'm challenging you with, because it's helped me, and I think it'll help you. So Matt Barrier, Mr. Nobody series, part 2, starting next week. Thank you again, and have a blessed weekend.